Welcome back, friends, to the Texas music scene. Let's get the story behind the making of Long Time Comin from Micky and Gary Braun of Micky and the Motorcars. Their 2019 project, produced by Keith Gattis, definitely feels pivotal for this Austin, Texas band for a number of reasons. Check out our friends.
Like a long time coming, like a long time coming, long time.
A long time coming, the reason it made sense for us to name the album that was for many reasons. One of them being we really liked the track, but we haven't done a record forever. So that was kind of one of the reasons why we wanted to name it that, because it's been a long time coming since we put out a record, and we've been wanting to record out of Austin for a long time, and we've been wanting to work with somebody like Gattis. So for us, Gary and I sat down and talked about it, and it was like that. We were like, well, long time coming makes sense to us.
A long time coming, long time.
A Long Time Comin' was a song that I wrote with Bruce Robinson, and I really enjoyed writing with him. I'd never got to write with him before. And I called him and he said, yeah, let's get together and write. And I was like, oh, really? And so he came over and we just sat around the kitchen table and drank coffee and talked for about an hour, and then I started shooting ideas that I had at him, but he wasn't really biting on anything. And then finally I played Long Time Comin' and he was like, man, let's work on that one. And I was like, all right. But it's one of my favorite tunes on the record. It's really well written, obviously, because of Bruce, but it was an honor to write with him on it, and I really enjoy it. It came out really good on the way that we did it. We did it a little bit more full band, and they have the broke down version, so it came out cool.
And I should thank my mother's God for giving her some faith in me. You don't have to see it to believe it.
I started talking to Keith about, I would say, close to 10 to 12 years ago about doing a record together. And it was right after he did Big City Blues. He wanted to work together, but he'd never worked with a full band before. As far as like a band, he always used his own band. So I called him back up and he was like, man, I hate to do this, but I still want to use my band. And I said, all right, well, I have to tell my band that he wants to use his guys, because that's just what he's most comfortable with, and that's what we were comfortable with too. I loved the whole idea that he had behind it of trying to get us out of our shell, and he pushes you to a different level that I've never been used to, because I'm used to playing with everybody, and I'm used to being almost the band leader always. So to have somebody else telling me what to do and everyone else was really kind of refreshing and fun for me.
And I can't say I didn't love letting you break my heart.
It was real bare bones, like when we were cutting vocals and doing everything, it was just a lot of it was just acoustic guitar and drums and bass. And then he would start adding stuff. Like we'd come in one day and he'd be like, yeah, I was up at 2 a.m. and I recorded this, what do you think? And he'd be like, well, that's cool, and he'd have gotten in there and played mandolin on something, or just he's always kind of thinking about it. And it's from what you hear when you walk out of those doors, when he's done putting it all together after all the stuff that you actually recorded, and he has everything in the spot that he wants it, it's pretty incredible what a producer he is.
Do you want to dance, or do you want to cry on my shoulder tonight? 'Cause I'm not usually this kind of a guy, but I'm looking for a stranger tonight.
Part of the reason that we went with Gattis and used his musicians this time around was because of how he reacts with those guys in the studio, and he was able to communicate with them. After working with him for 20 years, he can tell the drummer, hey, I need a boom chuck, and he'll tell the bass player, do that thing you did, on Sheryl Crow's record, 6 months ago or something, and they'll have just a dynamic that works really well, and it was kind of fun to play with guys that I didn't have to try to tell Joe how to play bass when I don't know what I'm talking about. Keith was there to do that to his guy for a change, so it was nice.